I was going to break the pattern, and I promised her a big backyard. And thank God, because of God, I've been able to keep all 3 promises. But how I was able to keep the promise and discover the secret I'm getting ready to share with you is because I did a dating experiment. And when I did the dating experiment, I went on 100 dates in a little over 3 months, and I interviewed over 4,000 men, women, and couples. And I also read hundreds of books on love, dating, and relationships. I studied the science of attraction, the anthropology of attraction, the psychology of men in attraction. Just in case if you want to get your feet wet, your toes wet when it comes to this, you can get a book called The Male Brain by Luann Brizendine. Absolutely brilliant. I love Helen Fisher. She's also an anthropologist and like the godmother when it comes to the science of attraction. And then I love Dr. John Gray, and I also love Don Maslar. Like when you hear me, and there's multiple studies that I studied in other names, but those are my favorites. And so as I was doing my dating experiment, I started to learn something. I started to tweak something that completely changed the game for me. And when I tweaked this something, y'all, I went from getting played to getting paid. What do I mean? I went from men cheating on me, ghosting me, not showing up for me, wanting to abuse me, broke, uncute men, okay, who didn't even deserve to smell my air, to men who were very wealthy, who were very successful, who wanted to do for me, who wanted to give me, one bought me a house, one bought me a car. I was getting shopping sprees. I was getting trips, like you name it, they was giving it to me. It was like a joke in my friend group with my friends that men were constantly wanting to give to me the same way they were with my friend who in high school that I saw men wanting to give to her. And what I was able to discover was that when I was able to tweak how I was showing up in CAP, how I showed up in CAP determined how a man showed up and saw me. What do I mean? How I was able, I wasn't lying, how I was able to trigger their curiosity, ladies. Put it, y'all listening? Y'all in class, put it down, put it in the chat so you remember it. CAP. Remember, CAP, CAP. Okay? This is how I went from getting played to getting paid. The first thing is that I learned how to trigger curiosity. How did I keep him constantly interested in wondering about me, like wanting to learn things about me, wanting to be around me? That was because I would trigger his curiosity. And there's multiple ways, we'll get into it later, how I triggered his curiosity. The second thing that I did is I triggered anticipation. Okay? Anticipation is like, I can't wait to see you again. I can't wait to take you out on another date. I can't wait to do what I have to do in order to make you happy. And that required that I understood how men attraction biochemical wires were actually wired. How did I trigger that biochemically in them? That's how I was able to trigger their anticipation, them looking forward to want to see me and want to be around me. And last but not least, I mastered this polarity. Okay? I wasn't doing this anymore. I wasn't operating in my masculine energy anymore. I was able to fix that and started operating in my feminine energy. So then all these men wanted to give me things, right? They wanted to buy me houses, like literally. Y'all, let me tell you something about wealthy men. Okay? Wealthy men, when you operate with CAP, that triggers them to want to give to you, because the real ones, I'm not talking about fake rich men. I'm talking about the real wealthy men, the wealthy men that are in their masculine energy. What it is they're a provider men. So it makes them feel good to pour into a woman. It's in their nature. Matter of fact, Luann Brizendine breaks it down in the brain and how they are built to pour into you and how they're built to be hunters. And there's a gene that they have in a part of their brain that is designed for them to be the hunter and for them to want to pursue you. And then also Don Mazar breaks it down, the science behind like why a man wants to be able to make you happy. So then once I was able to learn all that and I was able to trigger these men to want to pour into me, I was like, I was documenting it on YouTube, y'all. Like, this makes me so excited to talk about it because for real, it literally completely changed the game for me and so many other women. So I was documenting it on YouTube in case anything happened to me, knock on wood. that my daughter would have like my notes from what I was studying, because I never intended to be an expert. That wasn't my thing. I was never planning on opening or launching this large love mastery agency that helps thousands of women across the world. That's never been my intention. But the more I started talking on YouTube and sharing my findings, then the more people started following me, and then the more people started emailing me, and the more people started asking me to help them, and the more people started asking me to coach them, and then the more structured I got, and the more I studied, then the more I started figuring out, like, what is the formula so I can be able to get consistent results. And then all of a sudden, I had like so many people that was coming to me, and then I was like, but I don't know if I can produce the same results. And the women that were coming to me, I knew what I got, but I didn't know if I could produce those results with these women. So then at first I started working with women for free, like, well, I'll tell you what I did and let's see if it works. And so consistently, like, it didn't matter what the woman looks like. It didn't matter if she was tall or she was short. It didn't matter if she was skinny or she was thick. It didn't matter if she was white or she was black. It didn't matter what she was. Matter of fact, even gay men were coming to me, and the same thing. As long as if he was feminine, in his feminine energy, then I was able to work with him. And then I started refining the formula so that my success rate kept getting stronger and stronger, to the point where now my clients, when they work with us, they consistently come back with men that are wealthy. They are men that want to marry them. They are men that want to pour into them. So then this is what I'm going to tell you, ladies. It is not that you are broken. Whatever you've been telling yourself that is wrong with you, why you haven't been able to attract your husband or an amazing man who will love your soul and who will pour into you and who's a provider, it's not because you're not cute enough. It's not because you're not thin enough. It's not because you're not whatever it is you said you were. Okay? It's not because you're too successful and men are intimidated by you. It's not any of the things. It's except that you simply don't understand cap. And because you don't understand cap, when you're dating, then you're doing certain things that subconsciously is sabotaging you from being able to attract love. That's what it all comes down to. So literally every single last one of you within 3 months can be in the arms of your romantic best friend if you're ready to receive love. Or you can prepare yourself within 3 months to be ready to attract your romantic best friend and then attract him within 3 months after that. So I'm going to open the floor up to questions. Ask me anything you want. Go ahead. Welcome back. Can you guys hear on Facebook? I know you guys were having a hard time with the sound. All right, ladies. So if you can ask me anything with whatever you're struggling with in your love life, what would it be? Someone asked about, is there a certain look? A certain look to what, ma'am? A certain look to what? Hey, honey, how are you? Where do you meet these men? Well, actually, I created a cheat sheet called like the 101 places to meet high value men. I'm going to tell you how I'm going to just give that to you by the end of this live. But literally, it's so easy. The most important thing is that once you are able to activate CAP, then you'll find that it doesn't matter where you go. You're going to be attracting these high-value men. They're literally everywhere. What does CAP stand for? Curiosity, anticipation, and polarity. What is the trait that women must possess? CAP. Does a woman who emits masculine energy have a distinct look? Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that you asked that. Ma'ams, are you ready to hear the truth of this answer? Are y'all ready to hear? How many of you guys want me to be honest? Because listen. Just raise your hand if you want me to be honest with you. Just raise your hand if you want to be honest. Now, I'm going to tell you, I have been helping women for 2 decades. That is 20 years. And what I have found is that my clients, like 100% of the time, not even sometimes, for my clients who are operating highly in their masculine energy, you can tell. Before I even start talking to them, I can tell. I can tell by their facial features, the ones that are operating highly in their masculine energy. Let me tell you why. First of all, when you're operating highly in your masculine energy, it decreases your estrogen. Literally, I've spoken to a doctor about it. I did it on my podcast, and we talked about how when a woman is operating in her masculine energy, it literally affects her hormones. And so a lot of these women, they decrease their estrogen. It increases their testosterone. Well, if a man is going through a transition into a woman, he would take more estrogen. If a woman is transitioning into a man, he's going to take more testosterone, because that's going to influence the, expression of masculine traits or feminine traits. And so when a lot of these women are operating in their high masculine energy, they're producing more testosterone. Their jawline is hard. They just have a certain kind of hard look to them. Matter of fact, I have pictures on my website. If you go to shayyourlovediva.com, I have pictures on my website, and you'll see my clients. And if you pay attention, first of all, if you notice, look in their eyes and then look at their face. Because you'll see the difference between when they started, how their face looked, and the look in their eyes versus when they finished the program and how the light came in their eyes and how their face looked softer and more feminine. Matter of fact, there was every year I used to do what's called like a love mastery retreat, and women would come down to Atlanta, and it would be like a 3-day retreat, and it was like super powerful and super healing. And we would even do like this sexual transmutation meditation where these women would use like sexual energy, not in like a sex way, but they would use the energy of sex to heal their body, to clear their chakras and move it through their body and everything. And it would be like a full-on immersive experience where I'm teaching them and helping them to have breakthroughs and just all the things, right? So there was this one young lady that was there, and when she was younger, she experienced being sexually violated by a family member. And so she was like very closed in, very protective of herself, and she looked like she was like in her late 50s when we first started. And I would have women like maybe, once every 2 or 3 hours, I would do like a on the spot, like transformation, coaching, healing on different women, right? So this woman, she came up, she talked about her story, and then we started doing it, healing on her. And I started coaching and working with her, and there was other women like sending her healing. And she was like holding on to the pain. It was hard for her to really let go, because sometimes you create that safety net when you don't feel safe. Your pain is the safety for you. That's what it becomes for a lot of women. So it's hard for her to let go until the moment she broke. And y'all, I'm getting chills. Like literally, you can even see the hair standing up on my arm. So she finally broke and she let it all go. And y'all, you could see her face start to transform before our eyes. Like literally, you could see it contorting. You could see her face changing, because we as women, we hold our pain in our face. We hold our fear in our face. We hold our trauma in our face. And her face started to transform. It literally started like shaking and stuff and convulsing. Anyway, by the time she finished that healing, y'all, she looked 20 years younger. Literally. Her face completely changed. Look younger. So when you ask me, like, do women who are in their masculine energy, do they look different? Can you tell? Absolutely. Absolutely. But the good news is that it's reversible as well. It is reversible. Okay, let me answer some other questions. Oh, thank you. You said, does a woman who admit masculine energy have a distinct look? Yep. Also, how do you trigger curiosity? Okay. How you trigger curiosity is by dating, understanding that there's 6 steps to dating. And when you understand that, then you're moving a different way, right? You're moving, understanding what is required in order to trigger a man's testosterone. So what do? That means that you're not going to be readily available to him all the time, okay? You're going to make this man earn you. You're sure as heck not going to do dinner on the first date for the love of everything holy. I have literally for years watched, somebody's going to come along and start being like, you need to do coffee dates. And all of a sudden it's going to be a trend, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, like so-and-so made it up that you should do coffee dates. And I'm like, ma'am, for 20 years, I've been saying that you need to do coffee dates. I'm glad people caught on the train and started doing coffee dates. But statistically, you are more likely to get married when you do coffee dates, okay? We'll go down that road later on. But there's a certain way that when you move, then you're going to move a certain way in the dating game that triggers a man to want to get to know you. And the more he's curious about you, then the more you're staying on his mind. And the more you're staying on his mind, then the more he's thinking about you. And the more he's thinking about you, the more biochemically he's responding to you. His testosterone starts to drop. His serotonin is dropping. His testosterone is dropping, and his male hormone, that his bonding hormone, vasopressin starts to increase. And more importantly than his vasopressin increasing is his vasopressin receptors start to increase. So here's what all of that means. It means that he's closing off his interest to other women, right? Because his testosterone is decreasing. His serotonin is decreasing, so he's becoming more obsessed with you, and he's becoming obsessed with what it takes in order to make you happy. And then he's getting a dopamine hit whenever he is able to make you happy, which is also tied with him being able to produce more vasopressin. And the more he's producing vasopressin, then the more he's producing the receptors that hold the vasopressin. Vasopressin is the bonding hormone that makes a man want to provide, protect, and commit to you. Hey, baby, how you doing? That's what makes them, ladies, want to be the kind of man that wants to give you the world, okay? So when you trigger this in a wealthy man, that man's not going to be asking you for a prenup, baby. Absolutely not, okay? He's not going to ask you for a prenup when you're doing that and when you understand how to operate in dating games. So for my clients, I teach them there's a certain way that you should move. And this isn't based on like Shay rules, Shay that made it up. It's based on studying the science, studying thousands of women who's done it, doing the dating experiment myself, and seeing what works with these kind of men. Now, if you want like, ma'am, listen, it does not require any effort to go into Walmart and grab a Walmart bag, ma'am. Anybody can get a Walmart bag, but not everybody can get a Chanel. Not everybody can get a Birkin. Not everybody can get like a top of the line hippopotamus leather purse. Not everybody can do that. I'm just telling you the truth. So if you want the kind of man, because now we in this sprinkle age, and we're in this age where everybody wants to get the rich man. And for a lot of my clients that come to me, a lot of the women, they're already very successful. They're multiple figure earning women. They have it all except they don't have love. And they're like, I want a man who's educated. I want a man who's successful. I want a man who I can build something with. And I want somebody that's at my level. And she should be able to get it. She deserves to have it. But she doesn't understand that you have to move a certain way if you want to date elite men. And I will tell you those secrets in a minute, okay? Because I used to matchmake very wealthy men, and these wealthy men, like, you'll be surprised how they think, and they think very differently than the average Joe Smo. And if you want to increase your chances of getting these kind of men, you got to put your ego to the side, and you got to be willing to change the way you think about dating in a way that makes you a natural magnet to these kind of men. Okay? Oh, she said, I'm so glad you haven't stopped coaching. Honey, sometimes y'all be wearing me out. Okay? It is literally a love for women why I'm still doing this, because, ma'am, this is not for the weak at heart at all. At all. Okay, so what are they saying? I just started dating an older man about 3 weeks ago. He's middle class, so not wealthy, but he's already discussing marriage. How do I know that he's the right one? Okay, Miriam, are you multiple figures, or are you like, and it's okay. Listen, we have all of our clients aren't clients that's like multiple six figures. We work with women who are coachable, who are willing to be consistent and willing to be committed. And those kind of women, I find, is that they will make a way. And a lot of them, it unlocks them to be able to significantly increase their income, because when you clear your love blocks, you clear your money blocks. So we're not exclusive, because one of the things, even though I've had multiple people say, Shay, you should just exclusively work with women who are six figures and over. Like, I'm the type of person that the reason why I started this is because I saw my mother be abused. I didn't have the power to be able to help my mother. But with all of the information that I have, I can help women, millions of women across the world, which is why I created my app that's getting ready to launch next week, Her Pocket Coach, so that it's more accessible to multiple women, no matter what her budget is. So don't get me wrong and think like, that just because I work with multiple six-figure women, I have other coaches and stuff that work with women and take them through the process to get them the same top level results. Okay, so Miriam, you said that you're a multiple six-figure woman, and you're saying that your man who wants to marry you, like just give me a ballpark of where he's at. Is he like close to what you make? And then also, Marion, when you're answering that, please give me permission to be honest with you. Like, I need to be completely honest with you. Okay? Because if I was talking to Star Jones, if I was talking to Cheryl Shepard, the one that lost all her money. What did you ask? What do women in their masculine energy have? Heavier periods and more cramps? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And women who hold more trauma in their womb, too. We'll talk about that. But, okay. So, Miriam, he's a financial advisor and he's a real estate broker. Okay, so he's close to making the money that you make. It's fine. Like, if he's close to making, if he's in your tax bracket, yes. If he's out of your tax bracket, no, ma'am. If he's broke, no, ma'am. If he's 40 and he's still trying to figure it out and he's running on potential, let him figure it out, ma'am, and listen, ma'am, listen. Some of y'all are going to get mad at this, and if you do, God bless you. You'll thank me later. Ladies, for the love of everything holy, please stop dating broke men. Please stop doing it. Let me tell you something. And I see this all the time. I will see women come to me, and she will say, Shay, I don't need a man who's wealthy. I don't need a man who makes as much money as me. I just want a good man who's going to love me. I'm a simple girl. I'm not high maintenance. I just want a good man. Now, turn it around, because I used to coach men, okay? And these men will show all up in your face. They will have a pot belly, ma'am. All of their hair is gone. Barely have any teeth in their mouth, ma'am. They will be the most unflattering form of uncute you have ever seen in your entire life. And then he will have all of these demands. He needs you to be a size 3. He needs you to look like a model. He needs you to be in the kitchen cooking greens and cornbread and cotton and whatever else. He needs you to be willing to stay home with the kids. He needs you to do all these things. Even when he doesn't even make as much money as you, he has all of these demands with all of his blessed by his mother's love as a child of God. And then here you come with all of your stuff, talking about you a simple girl. I just want a man that loves you. No, ma'am, stop it. First of all, a broke man can't love you right. Period, point blank. He just cannot, okay? The way men are designed is to be a provider. And if he's over there broke and struggling and he's looking at you, unless you're under 30, okay? Let me make a caveat. Okay, if you're under 30, you can't expect this man to be Bill Gates at 30. He's trying to get out of college. He's still working on building his life. And a lot of you who are 40 and over, you keep riding the wave on somebody's potential. He's 50, talking about he wants to start a rap career. And here you are, ma'am, sacrificing your 401k to fund his daggone rap career. Stop that. Okay, here you are paying for the dates and paying for your trips and paying for him and all of his dreams and all of his excuses and all of his stuff. Stop it. Stop doing broke. A broke man can't love you. You would never give your time and energy for free. You make your job pay you for your time. And why would you, with all of that you have to work hard to earn, would you allow a broke man who has less to lose than you do in your world? Why? He doesn't even know how to move in your space, man. What are you going to do with him? And then a lot of you ladies who are making multiple six figures with all of these broke dudes, you think if you take him to Saks Fifth and you buy him a wardrobe and you fix him up a little bit, you won't be embarrassed by your friends and by your coworkers. But guess what? They know he broke. They know that you scrubbed at the bottom of the barrel. And let's just be honest, because that's what I am. I'm a Sagittarius and I'm a truth teller, so I'm just going to be honest. Okay, because you may walk away mad, but you won't walk away not knowing. The honest truth is that a lot of times We settle because we think it's safer. Hello? Hello? A lot of times we settle because we think it's safer. A lot of times you self-sabotage because you can predict that this broke Build-A-Bear is not going to be able to keep you. So then when he moves on and the relationship doesn't work, you can say, well, I didn't really try anyway. Because you rather subconsciously, unpurposely, sabotage yourself than to really give it all you got and fall in love with somebody who's absolutely amazing and he rejects you. Because the biggest fear is being rejected or being abandoned or being left or being hurt or being disappointed or whatever it is your daddy did that hurts you. You're so afraid of that you will sabotage yourself with the men that you're allowing in your life, and it's costing you big. It's costing you mentally, it's costing you emotionally, it's costing you financially, it's costing you spiritually, it's costing you physically. You can't even lose that weight because you're holding on to dead weight with this Build-A-Bear who isn't adding any value but stress to your life. So stop it. Now, back to you, Marion. Okay? So he is financial advisor. He's a real estate broker. He said that he's a provider and a protector. Marion, how long have you been dating him? How long? You said, do hysterectomy affect your facial features? It doesn't have to. Having a hysterectomy doesn't have to. Hysterectomy oftentimes affects your hormones, but there's things naturally you can do to help boost your hormones as well and to balance your hormones. As somebody who's had her edges snatched, that's not what I'm trying to do, ma'am. I really am not trying to snatch edges. But am I lying, though? I may tell a joke, but I'm not going to tell a lie. How long have you been dating him, Marion? Because what I'm picking up is that you don't know enough about him. There's something else going on here. There's something else coming. There's something that's giving you some pause. So what is it that your gut is telling you that you're not listening to? It is completely sad. See, one thing bad relationships are going to do is they're going to snatch your edges out. They will. They're going to snatch your edges. You said, I'm learning so much from you. Oh. Okay. Let me answer some more questions before I start breaking down the science and breaking down how do you trigger the curiosity in a man? How do you trigger that anticipation? What about a man on disability? Ma'am, is he, there's like so many, yeah, I'm feeling like we're missing a lot of the story. So if you are a successful woman who is working and you are able-bodied and then a man who's coming along who is disabled, that means he's not working. Like he doesn't do anything. I know what it's like to have disability, but you still working, if you know what I mean. Okay. Military men, no judgment. I get it all the time. Okay. I have a family full of military men. I get it. But I mean, is he like legit disabled, like disability? Like I have so many questions. You said, should you be in good shape? You know, one of the things that in my program when people join Diva University and Boss Diva University is working out is part of the program. Can somebody tell me why you think I would incorporate working out as a major part of the transformation and healing journey in my program? Oh, thank you. Like, let me tell you something. My Facebook, y'all are built different. Like, I love y'all, for real. I so appreciate y'all. Y'all are so sweet. Discipline. Victoria, please email my staff. Tell them that I said that you won a copy of my digital book, The Science of Attracting Love, because you was the first one to give the right answer. It's mental health. So there has been studies to show that when you work out, it produces a certain chemical in the brain. I'm not going to go get deep into the science. But it produces a certain chemical in the brain that helps your brain and the hippocampus, and it helps your brain with being able to heal and process and clear. So it helps my ladies to be able to get results faster, okay? And it helps them to be able to process and release certain things that's blocking them and keeping them from being able. Go to support@shaybetter.com. Support, SUPPORT, at Shaybetter, SHAY, better.com, okay? So it's part of the process. What I find is that if you're a plus size woman who you feel good in your body, you love your body, then you walk and carry yourself a certain kind of way. And it's not about whether you're plus size or not. It's about how do you feel about you. What I find is that a lot of women, they can be even skinny and they still don't love their body. They're still very self-critical of their body. And the way you feel about your body is going to be reflected in who you're attracting and the way they feel about you and the way they value you. So for a lot of my women, when they start to work out, they start to fall in love with themselves. Because working out is a first demonstration that it's about you. Working out is the first thing that you can do where it benefits nobody but you. It benefits nobody but you. So when you're pouring into you, then you're saying, I love me. I'm pouring into me. I'm making time for me. I'm making an effort for me. I'm allowing my body to be able to move for me. And then you show up feeling differently when it comes to dating, which causes you to radiate a different type of energy. And when you're radiating that kind of energy, then it causes you to be a magnet to higher quality men at multiple sizes, okay? At multiple sizes. It brings you those kind of results. So working out is definitely part of my process. Okay, let me see. What else? You said, how do I get this guy to choose me when dating the last year and 3 months? Did you forget? I know I didn't read that right. I couldn't have read it right. I couldn't have. Let me see what I'm saying. Let me make sure that I need to make sure. Let me make sure that I couldn't have. Did she? And he's 8 years older than you too? Ma'am, is it me? Can you hear me, ma'am? I feel like throwing my phone. I just want you to know. I feel like throwing my phone. I feel like throwing my phone across this room. I swear to God, I feel like throwing this phone across this room, ma'am. Is it me? Am I a bad teacher? Like, did you not hear the words that have been coming out my mouth this entire time, ma'am? Ma'am, you are with a nacho. He's not your man, ma'am. He's not your man. What he is he's wasting your time is what he is. What he is he is not interested, ma'am. That's what it is. And more importantly, the most important part is you, ma'am. I need to know, what did you tell yourself? Because the fact that you let this man play in your face for a year, ma'am. The fact. You don't date for a year, ma'am. You don't date past 3 months, ma'am. That's not dating anymore, no, ma'am. That's not what that is, ma'am. Is he getting your yummy yummies? Tell the truth, ma'am. Talk to me. Ma'am, is he getting your yummy yummies? Is he getting your sugar snacks, ma'am? Your boll weevil? Are you giving it away, ma'am? Just tell me the truth, ma'am. Talk to me. Is he? Ma'am, he pays some stuff, ma'am. Ma'am, he's not getting much of your... So your Debbie snack cakes, he gets a nibble, ma'am. What do you mean not much? Thank you for your honesty, ma'am. I appreciate it. I ain't even met you and I feel like you're my baby. So you not much money that he gives me, ma'am. 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 Ma'am, did he say I want to be in a committed relationship with you, ma'am? Did he say that to you, ma'am? Did he? I gotta work two jobs. Man, you there? My bad. I was just trying to knock some sense into you. Sorry. My bad. My bad. I lost it there. My bad. Hold on. Let me fix the screen. Oh, God. Ma'am. Ma'am, that's cloudy with a chance of no ma'am. That's an absolutely no ma'am. That's a hickory dickory dock no ma'am. Ma'am. I need you to clock out. That's what I want you to do. I want you to clock out of dating. And a matter of fact, I need you to call my team and get on the calendar, ma'am. Get on the calendar with me, ma'am. Clock out of dating, clock into Diva University, ma'am. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200, ma'am. It's a timeout for you, ma'am. You being benched right now, okay? We're going to bench you just for a little bit. It won't be long. It's going to be a little bit, ma'am, because this is absolutely not no ma'am. No, ma'am. This man is over here using you as a sex toilet, and he broke, and you got to work two jobs, ma'am, with a man who is not your man, ma'am. Absolutely not no ma'am. I feel like this is what makes me not sleep much, because this is what makes me have to work so hard when I see certain things like this, ma'am. I don't even know what to say. Hey, you did it, ma'am. You did it. You did it. Congratulations. You did it. You did it, ma'am. You know better. You know better, ma'am. The fact that you abandoned yourself makes me ask you, what lie did you have to believe about yourself for you to do that, ma'am? Ma'am? Hmm? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Matter of fact, um, I want you to email Faith. You're going to email support@ShayBetter. Tell her Shay said to put you in my masterclass for free. You're going to come to my masterclass. It's a first time I'm doing the virtual version of my Love Mastery Summit, ma'am. It's literally intensive, like 5 hours with me, coaching you, helping you transform. I don't even want your money, ma'am. Just go on and get in it, okay? Now, for all of y'all who are hearing that, please don't be trying to take advantage, thinking like, oh, Shay's going to give it to me for free, ma'am. No, ma'am, okay? We run a business, all right? And the way that we serve the world is because we able to run this business so we can do that. So don't do that. Don't do that. But for this one right here, who was dating a man for a year and 3 months, who's asking me, how can I get this man to want her, who's saying blaringly he don't want her, I'm going to give it to you, ma'am. It's September the 22nd, okay? It's going to be extremely powerful. It's me and you. I'm going to be training you. There's going to be women I'm going to be coaching on the spot. We're going to be doing transformations on the spot. We're going to be doing healing on the spot. I'm going to tell you everything you're doing to sabotage yourself from being able to attract the high-value elite man that you want. It's September the 22nd from noon to 1. It's going to be everybody who gets the VIP tickets, where I'm going to be coaching you and answering questions. And then from 1 to 6, ma'am, take off of work. It's going to change your life, okay? It's only $46, literally. I didn't want anybody making excuses like, I ain't got the money. I didn't want none of that. I was like, how can I impact the most amount of women around the world, women who are serious? You can't even make any excuses. After you leave this training, you should be able to attract your husband by Christmas, okay? That's what I'm giving you. So if you go to bossdiva.com, then you can sign up. I'm only going to have 100 people because I want it to be nice and intimate, and I want it to be impactful. And then with that $46, every single one of you guys are going to get a blueprint call for 15 minutes. So my specialist is going to call you for 15 minutes. They're going to go over your love success assessment, and they're going to send you a document, okay? It's going to be a document that prints off what's your love archetype, if you're feminine energy, if it's high, medium, or low. They're going to tell you what stage you're at. They're going to tell you what your blocks are. It's going to tell you what is it that you need to do. I don't even want anything from you. I'm literally giving this to you. If you want more help from me after that, then that's fine, because those are the only women I want to work with, the ones who really do want my help. But whether you want my help or not, for those of you, when you sign up for the intensive, because I'm doing an Attract Elite Man intensive, that's going to be September the 22nd, then it will come with a call, and literally that call is worth like $1,700, and it's going to come with your very own printed blueprint just for you, so you understand where you're at. So literally there's zero excuses. But you, ma'am, okay, I like to date men for a year and 3 months so they can waste my time and use me for my goodies. You are free, okay? Keep your money. You come free. I want you to sit in the first row. It's going to be virtual, but I still want you to sit in the virtual first row, okay? You're going to sit in the virtual first row of my training just for you. Not for you, Sheila, okay? Not for you, Sheila. You got to pay, ma'am. Go to bossdiva.com. It's only $46, ma'am. That's it. It's only $46, okay? That you spent more on Starbucks, okay? But for where's no man? Where's not your man? Where's not your man? It's on your computer, man. It's on Zoom. Marinita, yes, ma'am. For you, nothing. Just email support@shaybetter.com. Okay? You said, I need to know how, as a Pisces, can I deflect broken men? Love Bug, this is your question. He's a Pisces. You're welcome, ma'am. You're welcome. Don't do it again, ma'am. Okay? I mean it. Clock out. Don't do dating anymore until I tell you go. Okay? No more dating for you. Yes, ma'am. I'm aware. Oh, okay. All right. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I think I'm at 6 or 7 at this point. I'm in Canada, but still it's 75. I know I don't understand the whole Canada and the pricing and all that other stuff, but literally we have women that's in Australia that will be coming to this. So literally there's no excuses. I made it priced so that everybody will be there. You just go to bossdiva.com to reserve your spot, and then you can reserve your spot to get your love blueprint, period. You said, thank you. Okay, anybody else has some foolishness to ask me? Go ahead. It is bossdiva.com. If you're trying to secure your tickets for the summit, then it's bossdiva.com, and then you'll see it. It's like a box that's right there that says where you can go ahead and register for the summit. And like I said, it's only going to be 100 people allowed to sign up, and the doors close on Friday. So go ahead and secure your tickets. Marinita, you just email support@ShayBetter, okay? Listen, ma'am, I'm so serious. Just go to Shay Better, support@ShayBetter, and I'm going to give it to you, okay? And there's this meditation that I'm doing at the retreat. So I hired a producer to help create this meditation, and this meditation was downloaded to me, and I've been working with light codes and light language. So for those of you who are new to me, every year I take a group of women to do ayahuasca. So they do the program where they heal and transform, and it allows them to like completely change their life, and then it allows love to come in their world like easily and everything else. But then we go to Rhythmia in Costa Rica where they do the ayahuasca, because there's like something subliminally or in your bloodline that you're not even aware of that they're able to clear out. That's also affecting how they attract money, abundance, happiness, love, etc. So they go there, and it's absolutely amazing, and it's transformational. And so for the first time, I'm going to be hosting it, doing a whole Women's Week. And it's a great honor because they only have like celebrities come. So like, Ayanna Benzant, Chicken Soup for the Soul. What's his name? Jack Canfield, the dog whisperer. Anyway, it's like real famous people that usually do it. And I don't know, I don't feel famous, but they say I'm famous. So I'm hosting the Women's Week, and I'm the first one that's going to be doing like the breath work And the breath work is going to be a feminine breath work because there's no breath work for women that's out there. I looked and there's not. So I was like, okay, God, can you download to me the light codes, the number codes, and the frequency so that we can do a breath work for women? And y'all, I got it. And so when I did ayahuasca, like the last time I was there, my hands started doing light codes because your hands can start moving and doing light codes. I don't know if you've ever seen anybody do that. So my hands started moving. I didn't know what my hands were doing, but my hands was energetically like creating shapes and stuff. And I was like manifesting, and it was like healing, and it was just doing it by itself. And I could feel energy, like balls of energy in my hand. And, and then I said, oh, I wonder if I can like start speaking. So when you hear people at church, like some people who can really do it, when they start speaking in tongues, what they're doing is they're speaking in light codes. So then one day I was like, I wonder if I can do it. And then I just started, and like it started coming out. I was like, oh my God. And then my hands were doing it because some people, like their light codes show up in different ways. So then when I was able to download the light code for, being able to do the breath work, I was like, well, I wonder if I can download light code for meditation for like feminine energy activation and other things, y'all. Like I've been downloading all kinds of meditations that are going to be available in the app when the app launches next week. So for everybody who joins the app, it's going to be like the price, the beginner price is only $25 now, but it's going to go up to $97. But if you lock in at $25, it stays like that for life. And you're going to have unlimited access to like all the meditations, all the light codes, meditations, and all that other stuff. Is really powerful. So like, I'm really, really proud of that and what it's doing for women. But during the summit, I'm going to be sharing with you like the light code meditation that I'm having created for you. And I'm like so freaking excited that I'm going to be able to bring it, and you can feel it literally in your DNA. It's crazy. How soon can you be exclusive with somebody? Well, ma'am, you got to get to know them. Like you need to date him long enough to get to know him, and you won't get to know him sooner than 2.5 to 3 months. So you should be dating him at least 2.5 to 3 months. Around 2.5 to 3 months that's when he should be like talking, I want to be in an exclusive relationship. If he's trying to be in an exclusive relationship before 2 months, before like 6 weeks, then he's a narcissist. I said it. He's a narcissist, period, point blank. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. So join the app now. No, Kelly, wait. Don't join the app yet. Wait until the next week, the 16th, when we launch, because that's the brand new version. The version of the app now, of the Her Pocket Coach, is the old version, and the new version is going to blow you away. Like I literally got scammed 3 times. I've spent over $1.5 million on getting this app out so that I can be able to help women all around the world. And the last version, the app team completely scammed me, and it wasn't working the way it was supposed to. But finally, we got the right team, and it launches next week on the 16th. So just wait then, and then you can download that. And I'll come live and I'll tell you. It'll be a whole thing, okay? We'll do a whole thing together. I can't wait. All right. Aya at Rhythmia is transformational. Are you talking about like one of the shamans? The women shamans? Because literally I love all of them so much. You said how much is what? Rhythmia? Rhythmia, you can go to rhythmia.com/Shay Your Love Diva and then book a session with Daniel so you can be part of the group and so you can get the discount. Okay. And it is going to be October 26th, the week of October 26th for the Women's Week. All right. So let me see what you said. Am I wrong? Mona, what was your question, baby? Is it harder for widows to transform back into feminine energy? No, ma'am, it's not. I've worked with many, many widows, and it's not. It's just helping them to heal the same way you would help other people heal. It's just a different way of healing. And I actually have a specialized program for women who have lost their husbands to be able to heal. I need to know, as a Pisces, how I can deflect broken men. Listen, baby, if you're attracting broken men, then that's because you're misaligned with you. There's a belief system subconsciously within you called a love block that is making you a magnet to these toxic men. You said 30 years. You said, will the app update for people that are already in BBU? Yes, ma'am, it will. 30 years, Mona. What did I ask you again, baby? Hold on. What was your question? You said, "Am I wrong?" And then next thing you know, I saw 30 years. So I need backdrops. You said I sent a question in the question box. Uh, ma'am, you gotta post it, ma'am. You gotta post it. I can't see the question, ma'am. How do we attract high-end men and repel low-quality men? If you come to my summit on September 22nd, I'll tell you. Okay, let me tell you all that. I was talking about ayahuasca ceremony being very transformational when I did it in 2022. Oh yeah, I go every year. Um, uh, you said yeah, it was the old version was a hot ass mess. Like literally, they was literally playing in my face. Being a woman in tech, y'all, is not it's not for the weak at heart. You can't be weak at heart. You gotta be tenacious for real. But I'm really proud of what they're doing now. Um, oh, you just got here? Oh, the glasses. Oh, these? It's because, ma'am, somebody asked a question and the question blew me away so much that I needed to see exactly what she meant. Like I knew I wasn't seeing what I was seeing. So I had to keep putting glasses on. And it was still the same hot mess foolishness. The more glasses I put on, and I just couldn't believe it. So that's where we are right now. That's that's where we are right now. All right, ladies, I'm going to go. I need to spend time with my love bug, but I just want you guys to know this. I'm gonna leave you with this, ladies. Okay. For all of my women, if you consider yourself extremely successful, say I. I have something I want to tell you. Okay. And in for some of you, it's gonna be controversial, but listen, I'm a truth teller, and I'm tired of seeing women get taken advantage. So I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to tell you the out loud part. Okay. I'm going to tell you the quiet part out loud. For those of you who like you make 6 figures or more, you're very successful where you at. Just, I'm going to give you something, and I'm going to give everybody else something. Don't worry about it. Okay. I ain't discriminating, but if that's you, go ahead, put it in the chat. I need you to be in agreement before I tell you this. Okay. Is it true that when you marry a wealthy, rich man, you should be prepared for them to cheat because they believe they are entitled to? Ma'am, who told you that? See, that's why I need all these glasses. This is, ma'am, no ma'am. Absolutely not, ma'am, no ma'am. No ma'am, no ma'am. Absolutely not, ma'am. There's trash rich men. There's trash broke men. There's cheating rich men. There's cheating broke men. There's faithful rich men. There's faithful, I guess they faithful to broke men. But regardless of the fact, it's not, that's not something that you should hold as an expectation. It's not. No, ma'am. That's a lie from the pit of hell. It is. Okay. Okay. Ladies, listen to me. Listen to me. Now, you want to marry you a rich man. You want to marry a man that's successful, okay? If you are a woman who's highly successful, you have a lot of assets, and you make a lot of money. If you make as much or more than a man, then for the love of everything holy, man, go get you a prenup, okay? Yes, I know you're in love, and I know you believe it's always going to work, and yes, it is. Just like I plan on driving my Bentley, and I plan on not ever having a car accident. However, I still have car insurance on my car. If it doesn't, okay, all that I've invested, I'm not going to completely lose it. The same way with you, ma'ams. Please stop it. I've seen way too many women get taken advantage of, and we're dealing with a different beast with these Build-A-Bears out there, okay? Some of them are cutting, some of them are sly, and some of you guys aren't going to listen to me when I tell you to go ahead and get in Boss Divas University so that you won't waste money and so you won't waste time, and you can do the investment up front so that you align with a good man who has character. Whatever, I honor you and your choice, okay? However, at the very least, make sure that you go and get a prenup, okay? Protect your assets, protect what you're building for yourself and or your kids. The second thing is, ladies, this is for all of y'all. If he makes more money than you, if he makes significantly more money than you, ma'am, I don't know how to spell prenup. I don't no, ma'am. We don't do a prenup. We don't. Period. We don't do a prenup. Mm-mm. Nope. Unless the prenup stipulates that if you get a divorce, he has to pay you at least 6 figures per year to be able to maintain the lifestyle that you had when you were with him. Like, you can do that. You can make sure that you're going to walk away with some properties. You're going to make sure that you're walking away whole. But you don't sign a prenup that leaves you with nothing. And it just protects all of his assets. No, ma'am. Don't. What are you doing? Absolutely not, ma'am. You the prize. Okay? And studies show that when a man attracts and marries a good woman, that he lives longer, he's healthier, he makes more money, he does better, and baby, he is supposed to be the provider. Okay? Period. Now, some of y'all, because you don't know your value, you can be like, oh my God, that's so not fair. Whatever, ma'am. Whatever. I'm telling you the truth. Whether you like it or not, that's what it is. He said common sense ain't so common these days. I'm trying to help you out, ma'am. Don't say I didn't tell you. Okay? Don't say I didn't tell you. For everybody else, for the women who are younger, like if you're 30 years and younger, okay? And even though we don't allow, if you're 30 years and younger, we don't allow you into Diva University or Boss Diva University. We will allow you in Diva in the making. However, listen to me, ladies. Listen to me. Okay? Listen to me. If you're 30 years or younger, do not waste your good years chasing rainbows and butterflies, ma'am. Please don't. And understand that I don't care what he says. If this man does not marry you, do not have a baby with him. Now, listen, go to your doctor and all the other legal stuff and whatever. This is not meant to be legal advice or medical advice, and I'm not an expert and blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's put that disclaimer out the way. However, go get you an IUD, ma'am. Don't go around getting pregnant while you're in your good young years. Use all of that youth. Use all of your face cards and everything else to go high. And while you're in college, while you're building, be intentional. Be intentional. Be intentional. That means intentionally prepare yourself to attract a successful, marriage-minded man. Intentionally know what to look for. Intentionally prepare yourself to be able to attract a quality man. Don't sit there wasting your good years with a man that's showing you that he's not into you and that he's not about nothing, ma'am. That is not cute, okay? Struggle love is not poetic. It is not. Walk away. I promise you, when you're looking at that child, you're going to be thankful for the baby, but you're going to regret who you chose to be his father. Just go ahead and set them up for success to begin with. Don't waste your good years. Be intentional. Now, for my women who are like 35 to about 47, listen up, okay? Listen to me. Listen to me. You don't have all the time you think you do. You don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. I see too much. I see too much. I see women in their like late 20s, 30s, like, oh, I have time. And you're not intentional. You're not intentional about love. You're not intentional about attracting your husband. You're like, whatever, you're focused on your career. And listen, I did it. Like I'm about that career. I'm about having my own money. I'm about being successful. I'm about being able to live a good life. But I also was intentional about marrying a good man and getting married because you build wealth faster. There's scientific studies that show that it's better for you emotionally, mentally, physically. Forget all the other foolishness that they keep telling you. It's a lie from the pit of hell, and it's for a reason, okay? But be intentional because this is what y'all do to me, okay? Y'all come to me when you're 37 and when you want to have a child. And you're like, Shay, I'm willing to do anything. Like, I'm just please let me get into Boss Diva. Like, help me with this because I'm running out of years. And I'm like, ma'am, how long have you been following me? Well, I've been following you for 3 years. Ma'am, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because let's say we work with you, we help you, and you know we're the number one in the world for being able to help women to be able to attract high value men. So it's gonna happen. But you're 37, and then let's say it takes us 3 months to help you to be able to clear your love blocks and get prepared. Then you ready to start dating, and let's say it takes you 3 to 6 months before you start dating, before you attract your soulmate, right? Then you date for a year, because that's what you should do. You need to see him through every single one of your seasons. So then you date for a year before you actually get married or get engaged. Then now you're engaged for a year before you have the wedding. Man, we already at 2.5 years. Maybe you already 40. You're already 40 for one. Then we got women that are 45, 47. And listen, I've had clients at 46, 47, 48. I even had a 50-year-old client have a baby. However, comma in the space, baby. I also had clients that were 55 and 60, and time just got away from them. And their biggest regret was that they weren't intentional. And I'm not going to blow smoke up your behind. I can't do nothing then. I can help you so you can have a quality relationship. But then I can also help you to forgive yourself and let go of that dream. And if you want to adopt that 55, 60, which most people don't want to do, then we can do that. But rather than you live with regrets, because the only reason why these women delayed having kids is because they didn't want to have to face the fears. They didn't want to have to face their love blocks. They didn't want to have to face the boogeyman in the closet. And my recommendation, don't say nobody didn't tell you. My recommendation is start now and take it seriously. Okay? Invest in yourself. Learn what it is that you don't know. Prepare to have a good relationship and be intentional so that you ain't sitting there. You know, my grandmother used to always say that if you don't, what did she say? Come on, West Indians, you know the saying, something along the lines of that if you don't do it now, then you hold your belly later. You hold your belly later. She would always say that. And I was like, what does she mean by that? Like, what does she mean to hold the belly later? And it's like, if you don't make the sacrifice or do the things that you need to do now, then you're going to be holding your stomach later. You're going to be in pain. You're going to be crying later. You're going to have regrets later. So rather than you do that, just be intentional. Okay. And whether you work with me and you trust me or you work with somebody else, just be intentional. That's all I got to say. Anyway, ladies, I love y'all. And for all of you guys who are signing up for the summit, remember the summit is Mrs. Where you at, ma'am? The one that I'm giving you a ticket for. Where are you at? Okay, the one talking about how do I get this man who's been wasting my time and dragging me around as my ovaries go hard and boiled. Where are you at? That we are giving you a free ticket to the summit on September the 22nd. It's from 12 to 6. Okay, there you are, Marinita. Okay, baby. Okay, I want you to be the first one in the room. All right. Now, VIP tickets is $197, and then you're going to be able to be in a private room with me asking any questions for an hour from 12 to 1, and then from 1 to 6 is going to be an intensive, like a virtual love master retreat. So make sure you show up on time, Marinita. Okay, and for everybody else who wants to come, then you can come. Diva in the Making is like the beginning first step. I recommend you go to shayyourlovediva.com. You can learn more about it. But it's the beginning first step of the love success formula and transformational container that we have, where we customize the journey to you, starting to help you to clear what's blocking you from love, what's causing you to misalign with the wrong type of men, and then allow you to be able to increase your feminine energy, align with the proper men so that you're properly showing up in the dating world. So Diva in the Making is the beginning. Then the next is Diva University, and then the next is Boss Diva University. And the website breaks down the details there. Okay. But all right, Marinita, I'm gonna make sure my assistant is going to respond to you. And for everybody else, listen, ladies, you are divine. You are a queen. You are the prize. Period. Point blank. Don't let anybody ever convince you otherwise, not even yourself. And when you finally clear those love blocks, causing you to attract all the build-a-bears, then you will finally magnetize the man, the love that has been waiting and praying and looking for you. And he will finally claim you, adore you, and treat you like the prize you've always been. I love you. God bless you. And I will see you next week. Bye, divas. Bye. Love you too.